Welcome to the Academic Resource Center workshop on taking notes you'll actually use and turning them into knowledge. The information contained within this presentation comes from Walter Pock and Ross Owen's excellent book, How to Study in College, 11th edition. We strongly recommend this book to all students who want to gain confidence in their study skills. Let's begin by considering what you already know about taking good notes and what you want to know to take even better notes. For instance, do you want to use your notes as a study guide? Should they work for a group study session? Pause this video for a few minutes to create your already know list and your want to know list. Let's take a closer look at one of the most efficient note-taking systems, Cornell Notes. Walter Pock developed this technique at Cornell University almost 50 years ago, and it works extremely well for taking lecture notes, for marking notes in textbooks, and even for annotating and electronic work. Using the Cornell system is easy. Leave wide margins on the outside and the bottom of the text area. As you're taking notes in the middle of the page, the cues and summary sections should remain empty. After the lecture or reading is over, you'll create questions in the cues column to help clarify meanings, explain relationships, and boost memory. In the summary area, you'll condense a page of notes into a couple of sentences. We'll talk more about using the cues and summary sections a bit later in the presentation. Let's return to the actual note-taking process. During a lecture or reading, your notes can take many forms, as the following examples demonstrate. You can take notes as sentences by rewriting key ideas from a lecture in your own words. Or you can write paragraphs by grouping related sentences together, usually under one unifying heading or title. These types of paragraphs don't need internal structure, such as a topic sentence, main ideas, etc., or even smooth transitions. Also, you might want to write down definitions, a term followed by a dash, after which you'll offer a brief explanation or example. Additionally, lists work well for note-taking. Start with a topic or term and create a bullet list of related ideas. Avoid numbering items since you might want to change their order later. Finally, diagrams and drawings work well with certain information. A sketch can describe locations or relationships more easily than sentences. Sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 words. Another helpful tip is to take notes telegraphically. Do not write incomplete sentences. Instead, use abbreviations and symbols and omit articles. Also, take notes selectively. You're not a court reporter whose job it is to type every word. Anyway, during a lecture, when you're trying to listen, watch, think, question, and write, capturing every word is impossible. Instead, listen for key ideas along with details and examples that will make those ideas easier to understand. Finally, aim to develop a modified printing style, a combination of cursive writing and clear printing. The advantages of the modified printing style include speed, neatness, reducing the need to rewrite your notes, and making rewriting when needed easier. You'll probably need to take notes from a variety of sources, including lectures, textbooks, and electronic formats. While there are some obvious differences among these, overall note-taking strategies are generally similar. Let's begin with lecture notes. During a lecture, you'll want to record ideas, facts, and any relevant diagrams. Immediately after the lecture, take a few minutes to remember the entire lecture from start to finish. See how many key ideas and facts you can recall without looking at your notes. Finally, as soon as possible after the lecture, refine your note sheets by looking them over and adding any missing words, phrases, or facts. Fix any information that is unclear in meaning or difficult to read due to handwriting. Taking textbook notes is a little different. First, as you read, focus on headings and subheadings by turning them into questions. This process helps engage your thinking and curiosity. Read through the assignment one paragraph or page at a time. After each paragraph or page, ask yourself these questions. What's the main idea? Or what is the author saying here? Recite the answer to the question you just asked out loud and in your own words. Record your answer by writing it in the notes section of your Cornell sheet. Also, within the text itself, underline or highlight the words and phrases that reflect your answer. While these 5 steps may seem like a lot at first, after doing them a couple of times, they will start to become part of your reading routine. You will find that reading becomes more purposeful and interesting. As a bonus, you will have notes to refer back to after completing a reading assignment. Most electronic text, like web pages, PDF documents, Word documents, or PowerPoint slides, can be printed out and annotated like pages from a textbook. However, depending on your software, you might be able to adjust your margins to allow for notes. If your PDF reader has an annotation toolbar, you may be able to underline, highlight, or use the sticky note feature to attach notes to the document. Word documents and PowerPoint slides allow for the most flexible electronic note-taking. Now that you've taken the time to create good notes, you can either let them sit in your binders and books, or you can put in the extra effort to turn them into long-term knowledge. Congratulations on taking the next steps to review, recite, and reflect. Reviewing notes can feel less like work when you follow a specific plan. Here are 3 methods to help you target key ideas. 1. The cue system. In the left-hand margin or cues section of your Cornell notes, come up with a question for each important idea. Avoid yes or no questions. Instead, aim for Jeopardy-type questions that will cue you to effectively sum up and retrieve the key ideas in each paragraph. 2. The sticky note method. When you want to take notes in a textbook but don't have enough space on the page or can't write on the page, instead write down each question on a sticky note and place it near the paragraph it refers to. Also, be sure to write the page number on the sticky note. If you can write in the textbook, write a circled number next to the paragraph and write the same number on the sticky note, just in case the note becomes unstuck. 3. The bookmark method. Write your questions on bookmark-sized strips of paper that will fit between the pages of your textbook. As with the sticky note system, number each question and write the corresponding number in your book next to the correct paragraph. Write corresponding page numbers on your bookmark notes too. Just as the cue system helps you see the main ideas in your notes, a summary helps you put those ideas into context. A summary answers the question, what is this page about? And helps you think about the larger themes running through the lecture or reading assignment. Summaries will also help you find general ideas in your notes when you're studying for an exam or writing a research paper. A good summary consists of 1 or 2 sentences that pull together the key information on the page. When summarizing, it's important to write complete sentences, not abbreviations, to make sure you truly understand what you have read in your notes. A confusing summary at this point will lead to more confusion later. If you're not sure you understand a concept, this is a good time to get clarification from your instructor, a tutor, or an SI leader. Now that you've added cue system questions and brief summaries to your notes, how will you remember all that important information? Reciting your notes out loud, in your own words, and in complete sentences will help build neural pathways that lead to long-term memories. In fact, experiments show that students who spent 20% of their time reading and 80% reciting did better than students who spent more time reading. To recite, cover your notes, read your cue system questions out loud, and answer them out loud. If you don't know the answer, uncover your notes, then recover them and try again until you get the correct answer. Your goal is to create a clear picture of the answers in your memory, because that is what you will need to do during an exam. If the answers are foggy now, they won't be clearer in 4 weeks. Reciting out loud with a study group is particularly effective because others will recognize when an answer is incorrect or unclear. Writing or typing your answers instead of saying them aloud is also effective, especially for short answer and essay tests. One final important step remains. After reviewing facts and ideas by reciting, take time to reflect by asking yourself these questions. What is the significance of this information? Upon which principles are these facts and ideas based? In what other situations can I apply this information? How do these facts and ideas fit in with what I already know? Let your curiosity enhance your learning. One way to kickstart your reflective process is the silver dollar system. It works like this. First, read through your notes and mark all of the important seeming ideas with an S. Then, go through these flagged notes a second time, and when you find ideas that seem very important, draw a vertical line through the S so that it becomes a dollar sign. Lastly, make a third and final review of the notes now marked with the dollar sign. Of these, find the truly outstanding ideas and draw a second line through the symbol. This final symbol marks the ideas in your notes that deserve extra attention, the silver dollar ideas that merit more reflection. Let's review once more to be sure we remember these note-taking steps. 1. Use a proven note-taking system like Cornell. 2. Take notes that are effective. That is, use sentences, paragraphs, definitions, lists, or drawings. Take notes in a telegraphic style by abbreviating words, omitting articles before nouns, and using symbols. Take notes selectively by focusing on key ideas. 3. Use the cue system to sum up key ideas and turn them into questions. Write these questions in the cues column of your Cornell sheet or on Post-its or bookmarks if you are annotating a text. 4. In a couple of complete sentences, summarize the key ideas within each page of notes. Write your summary at the bottom of the Cornell sheet. And 5. Recite the answers to your questions out loud in your own words by memory. You can also write down your answers. Use the silver dollar system to identify the most outstanding ideas. Reflect on these important ideas to make connections, come up with solutions, and seek new answers. So now let's review what you jotted down on your know and want to know lists. Consider these questions. What information have you learned about taking good notes? How will you use these techniques? Which of your want to know questions remain unanswered? If you still have questions, feel free to contact us at arc@mercer.edu or by calling 478-301-2669. Thank you for watching.